The screencast is to show you how you can easily create meetings to meet with a colleague or to meet with a student or to meet with a class. You can do so in a couple of ways. The easiest way that will give you the most features is to do so from the Zoom desktop client, which you can install for free. This is going to look a little bit different if you're doing it from a mobile device, if you're using the Zoom app. But you'll get to a sign-in screen. Sign in with Google. I recommend using your school account because that is a Google account. And then from here, you simply click New Meeting, and it will create a meeting. Now, right now, it's not showing that I have my audio off, or my audio on, my video off. So I turn my video on. Now we can see me. Hi, everyone. And then you can, once you've created the room, you can either add from your contacts or send an email or copy a full invitation email that Zoom automatically generates, or just simply the copy URL. And then you can just as easily go into your Gmail and open something up. And paste in the invite, and it will give the link to join the meeting. And then you can type in whoever you need to send it to. Now, what if you want to schedule something in advance that you don't want to wait for someone to show up in your room? Because otherwise you just kind of have to sit here waiting unless it's something that you've already scheduled. Well, first I'm going to show you when you're done with your meeting, you just click the End Meeting button. And as you're the host, if you leave the meeting and there's people still in the room, it'll kick them out if you hit End Meeting for all. Otherwise, you would need to reassign a host, which will be covered in a later screencast. But I'm going to click End Meeting for all. The other thing you can do is scheduling, which can be done from the client here where it says Schedule. I actually prefer to do it from the website. You just go to zoom.us and again, sign in with Google. And I'm going to schedule a new meeting. And then if you need a description to keep it straight in your own calendar, it's going to be a meeting with a student and they don't wake up early, so we're going to make it a little bit later tonight. 6 o'clock for an hour. Now you have the option to make it a recurring meeting or just a one-time. You can either generate a random string of numbers that will expire once the meeting closes, or you could use your personal meeting ID, which never changes, which means anyone who has that link would be able to click back in. You could decide to set a meeting password or not. Depends on how secure you're trying to make it. If you want them to start with the video on your video and the participant video, how they can access the audio, whether that's dialing in with the telephone, just using computer audio, or both. And then you have to select your options. You can select your options. Do you want them to be able to join before you get in the room? Do you want them to be muted on the way in? And some other features we'll go into later. After you've gotten all of the details in, you just hit save. And then you can copy the invitation from here. And just like before, go into email and send that to whoever you want to be a part of your meeting, or create a Google Calendar invite and invite people to it. And then in order to get into it at the chosen time, they just click the link that has the meeting ID as part of it. And then let's say you've had to log out and log back in, you can go into my upcoming meetings and click on whatever it is. See, it's scheduled for 5 p.m., but I feel like starting it now. And there I go in my meeting again. So that's how you start and end a meeting and invite people to it. I hope that was helpful. Enjoy.